Even when I fell down, you picked me up. Now I'm standing on the mountain, give you praise.
Hello Zimbabwe, welcome to yet another magnificent episode of Rock Bottom. Like my guest would say, there is no situation that is permanent. On today's show, I have a gentleman. He's an entrepreneur and a transformation speaker. Without wasting much of your time, I'll let him introduce himself to the nation. Hi Tinashe, welcome to the show.
Hello Zol, how are you? Thank you so much for having me.
So tell Zimbabwe, who is Tinashe Bepe?
Tinashe Bepe is an entrepreneur, but before he became an entrepreneur, he grew up from a very humble family and went through a lot of struggle to be able to attain the very few things that he has attained in this life. It was a life of struggle, it was a life of difficulty, it was a life with so many lessons that I think that if somebody will listen to it, they'll get benefits and be able to get out of whatever mess they are in and be able to move forward into a better life. Currently, I'm an accountant. I own a couple of things. I'm a businessman, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a motivational speaker, I'm a director of ceremonies, I write books, and I'm a student, a master's student. Yeah, that's what I'm currently doing.
Wow. It seems like your table is full. How are you managing and how are you balancing all of that?
Well, when you've got your heart and you know your objective in this life, look, Zo, people have got assignments, what they have to do in this life. What is your assignment in this life? I think it's deeper than just trying to say, okay, I'm a professional. It says, what is within me? Let me go straight into it. So I've got one of my business motivations entitled Start Something, where I really look at saying, what is within me? And I discovered in me, there's an accountant there. This is why I'm an accountant. In me, I'm a director of ceremonies. In me, I'm an author. I write books. In me, I can sing. So I can do quite a number of these things, and I'm excited and passionate about doing these things. And I've noticed over the years that it's fulfilling when you follow what is within you. There is more. I don't think there's one thing in the inside of people. People have got shells in the inside of them, should I call them. They've got shells that they've got stuff in the inside of them. And when you begin to pursue those particular things, though, you discover life becomes so fulfilling and you're so excited. It's never a burden. So to answer you in brief, like you're trying to say, how do I balance? I love doing it. So I'm always awake. I wake up in the middle of the night to write books because I love writing. I wake up in the middle of the night to do business motivations because I love doing them. It's about passion. It's not like I'm limited or I'm stuck somewhere, but I have to balance because I love doing what I love doing. It's great doing it.
There's someone who's watching right now who really doesn't know who Tinashe Bepe is. They're saying, okay, he's one of those well-groomed kids, grew up from a very rich family, everything on the silver platter. That's why probably you managed to achieve everything that you've managed to achieve right now. Take us through your journey on your childhood.
Hey, it's been bad, so I should tell you the truth, it's been terrible. I grew up in Rimoka, in Kadoma, from a very, very humble family. And I'll tell you the truth, we worked very hard for whatever we have. Every little cent counts. We would wake up early in the morning, go fetch milk from the farms, head to sell milk from 6 to 7 a.m. before you go to school. That's how tough it was, just to try and get food on the table. So, my mother was very industrious. She'll teach us to work, she'll teach us to think, she'll teach us to move around. So, fresh milk is a seriously perishable product that needs to be sold early in the morning. So you had to be an early bird to be able to sell milk. Then the second thing that you had to do would be going around the streets. I'm selling milk. You had to have a very good voice. I think that's where it comes to. I'll come to that. When you'd be calling people every morning. Let me be exact about what I'll do. You do fresh mukaka every morning, right? In every street, in every corner, to make sure that people are awake so that you can finish that 5-liter bottle before you go to school. If you don't have that art, that skill to sell, you come back home, and our mothers, they wouldn't tolerate a person that goes to sell, returns back with a bottle of milk that is still full. yeah, you'll be beaten. That was a very serious mistake to make. So you had to be very artistic. You had to be very diligent. You had to be very hardworking. You had to put thought in what you do. So this is what taught us to do this from growing up, to say, I gotta be a thinker. I've gotta be a worker. I've gotta be diligent. So I can sell anything now. I sell my voice right now. I sell my books. I got a song that I sell. I can sell anything. But that's where I learned it. From that particular humble, torturing background. It was so bad for a young person of my age. I remember one day, I said to myself, when I grow up, I don't want to be broke. That's the only thing that I said at a very tender age. I said, I'm not gonna be broke in this life. And that's one thing that I've been fighting, that I'm still fighting over, that I'm not gonna be broke. Because I know how devastating it is to grow up from a family that is so poor, cannot afford a decent meal on the table. You don't know when the next meal is gonna come. So I'll tell you the truth as well. That taught me the whole of these things. Then I say to myself, I've got to do many businesses. I've got to be an entrepreneur. I've got to work hard. I will sleep very few hours only to rest, but I've got to put my time. I sell anything and everything, and I'm very articulate, and I do it properly.
Sorry, Tinashe, I have to cut you. Then we have to pick up after a short message. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after this short message.
Down, you pick me up. Now I'm standing on the mountain. Give you praise.